Hi, this is Carly with the Kate North Georgian magazine, and I am right now in Dahlonega, and this town is very special to me because I went to college here for 4 years, four of some of the very best years of my life. And I've got to say, Dahlonega, since I've left in 2017, has experienced a glow up. So many of the places that we're going to visit today were not here when I was a university student, and I'm very jealous. One of those locations is the one I'm in front of today, Waffles English Tea Room. It's run by the delightful Miss Fiona. If you are in Dahlonega, one of your first stops has to be Waffles English Tea Room. So this is our first stop of the day. I can't wait to hit the pavement and see how much this beloved hometown of sorts has grown. Strolling past flowers, brightening with springtime color, you then arrive at a Victorian home which serves the quintessential Victorian tea, the best that you can find in North Georgia easily. If the closest thing I have to a hometown is Forsyth County, then Dahlonega is the place where I became a woman. So Dahlonega is where I attended university. It's where I met the individual who would become my husband. It's where I made some really strong, lasting friendships. It's where I transitioned from becoming an introvert, and I discovered that I'm not an introvert, I'm an extrovert. I love to meet people. I love to go out. I love to have a good time. It's the place where I had my coming of age story, and so it's really neat to be here in Dahlonega in the middle of its coming of age. So this establishment is probably the most mysterious in Dahlonega. I've seen it open twice. Remember, I lived here for several years, and I've been a visitor since I was a kid. And if you're a local, then you know what this place is. And if you are a super local, then you've probably been yelled at and told to leave for basically no reason. So my recommendation to you is go look at the Google reviews. Last time I checked, I think it was at like 1.2 or 1.8 stars. Trust me, it will give you the laugh that you need today. Despite its fearsome reputation, I am still so fascinated with this coffee shop. I would 100% get coffee there. It's a legend in Dahlonega. Dahlonega would not be the same without it. I'm outside of Tea Rabbit, and I just want to say thank you guys for giving me the recommendation to visit here. It is so good. I am sipping now on this Earl Grey tea with hints of rose within. Rose is my signature scent. It's also my signature tea, so I am in heaven right now. And take a look at this patio. Before you enter, there's already a tone set for what you can expect on the inside. Or at least what you think you can expect, because it does exceed expectations. But as I walked down the stairs to enter into this lovely tea room, I heard a soft music and then noticed how intentional her patio is for comfort. And it still didn't prepare me for how amazing it was when I stepped through the door. So let's go ahead, go inside, take a tour, and meet the owner. Hello, so this is Miss Kim, and we are at Tea Rabbits in Dahlonega. This store, as I mentioned earlier, it far exceeds expectations, and my expectations were already high. I found Tea Rabbits because it was widely recommended. It won the beauty pageant when I posted online on all of these Facebook pages. Where should I go? Who's the most interesting person in town? Where's the most interesting place to go? This one won the beauty pageant, and by this one I mean Miss Kim.
It's not me. Trust me, it's the shop. It's the shop.
And one of the really cool things that about Miss Kim's store, about Tea Rabbits, is their tea of the month.
Yes. We have a club. There's the club. And we will send you 2 teas every month. I pay for the shipping. That way you get to try new teas. They're curated based on the season. They're very thought out. A lot of times they're fun and snarky and
they're hilarious. They're so funny.
But they taste good. Ultimately, it is an incredibly high premium quality of tea. That's why we can have so much fun.
It is. I just had some open Earl Grey with the most marvelous rose accents. Amazing. Genuinely amazing. And they have the best names in the world.
So our names are fun, practical. This one's called American Beauty because it's a rose tea. I know you like
Yep.
that one. This one is Tea Rabbits. We named this one for our shop. I don't know if you can see that one. We had a Beetlejuice party last year, so of course we designed a Beetlejuice, don't say that third word, tea. And our teas change. Like, I changed the labels. One of them has my granddaughter on it. Her name is Story. It's called Story Time. And as she grows, the label changes with her. So it's always an adventure to come in and
Oh, yeah.
see what we do.
And she's such a supporter of small businesses and local businesses because many of these teas have references or names or pictures of local businesses. She is a huge team player.
You gotta be. You gotta be. You know, Dahlonega, I think one of the reasons why we're so popular with visitors and with locals is because we keep a very small town feel of supporting each other. And I love being able to do that, whether we're giving money back to the sheriff's department or the fire department, or whether we're creating a tea that supports a new business in town. And we actually do that. We also support our brides. We have a huge, I can't say bridal population, venues.
I bet, yeah.
Dahlonega is becoming the destination for weddings in North Georgia. So we do custom teas for brides. You can take those teas as well and make cocktails out of them. Multiple wineries, Big Creek Distillery, in there. It's a wonderful place. They use our tea in their cocktails because who doesn't like tea and who doesn't like booze in their tea?
That's right.
Look, I can't say I do.
That sounds amazing.
It's amazing.
I've never tried it, but it sounds very cool, and I'm going to try it.
It's very cool. We actually have the recipe, and if you look at our chocolates, we make a Belgian Dutch press cocoa, and we actually give you a grown-up version recipe on the back of a lot of our teas or on our chocolates. So we think about hot chocolate in the winter. Well, we translated our hot chocolate and made it iced for the summer, and it is fantastic. It's refreshing, and it is such a high-quality product. People come from all over specifically for this.
And I've seen several people walk in and ask for it.
Yeah.
So it's very cool. And that's really just the word that describes Tea Rabbits. If you're in Dahlonega, if you're thinking about coming to Dahlonega, you definitely have to stop by here. But even if you don't and you want some really high-quality tea, you must order from their Tea of the Month Club. Not only is it excellent tea, and I'm not paid to say this, I'm saying this because I've genuinely tried the product. It is fantastic, but there's really fun Easter eggs. So if you're a Taylor Swift fan and you love the little Easter eggs, then you'll have these little fun little Easter eggs and little games with the tea.
While visiting Tea Rabbits, I met a cadet and his girlfriend, and he described this facility as his favorite place, indeed his happy place, to go when he wasn't in classes and he wasn't preparing for his future career in the military. One of the more interesting features of Tea Rabbits is their Tea of the Month Club, and you certainly cannot overlook the back room. Something that I love about Tea Rabbits is their attention to detail. Check out this cup. When sipping my tea, I noticed that there was a second tea bar, at least so I thought, right next to Tea Rabbits. And my first thought was, one of these is probably going to definitely accidentally get caught on fire. But then I realized that the owner of Tea Rabbits also owned Steeps, which is a luxury spa right next to Tea Rabbits.
When I was a college student in 2017, my very favorite place to come and read was right here in front of the Dahlonega Courthouse. Either here or perhaps the Picnic Cafe. But one thing that's really special about the Dahlonega Courthouse is that it was founded in 1836, which makes it the oldest building in northern Georgia. The oldest public building in northern Georgia. And that's really special because consider this, generations of people have found it worthwhile to preserve this building. And consider everything it's gone through, right? The Civil War, Reconstruction, the Jim Crow era, 2 world wars, the Roaring Twenties, the Great Depression, the sexual revolution in Vietnam, then the globalization of the later half of the 20th century. So here it stands today, living proof of the priorities of this community.
One of the stores that locals recommended was Vicky Lynn's Gifts, and I myself have shopped at Vicky Lynn's for years off and on. I've purchased tumblers and hats from this facility, and if you can believe it, it's been around for 40 years. It's astounding. And Vicky is so talented. So as we chatted and she told me about her business journey, she was embroidering and sewing and doing all manner of complicated things with her hands that I could never do. It was so impressive to watch her work. And she was such a nice person to visit and chat with. Truly a Southern lady, very hospitable.
So we are here with Miss Susie Kelly of Bare Necessities. Thanks for having me here, Miss Susie. Thank you for coming. But do you want to tell me a little bit about it?
So we moved here just about 2 years ago, and we fell in love with Dahlonega. And this has been a long road to get to Dahlonega. This was my 24th move, but the minute we moved here, we knew this was a place where we could call home. So falling in love with the community, we decided that we should open a place for them. So we decided first we were just going to open up a coffee shop. And then my late husband Joel, he loved to cook. He said, let's go ahead and we'll serve food too. So we decided to open up Bare Necessities Coffee Cafe. And we serve breakfast and lunch all day long. So you can have your option of breakfast and lunch. And it is a great place for different groups to come in, Bible studies, book clubs, ladies groups, women's club, groups, bridal parties. And it really is just a place to come, either eat a friend, or sit by the fireplace, do some work. So it's a great place just to hang out.
Yeah, absolutely. There's so many ebbs and flows. For instance, there's mayors here, and you've got the round table. You have your cafe set up, right? And you have this more intimate living room space, and then there's these little pockets, which I guess are good for like Bible studies, board meetings. I heard there's something about a pickleball club.
Yes.
That's amazing. That's super cool. And it has this really fun, fresh aesthetic. It's cozy without being antiquated, which is a very hard balance to strike. You guys hit the nail on the head. And more to the point, I have to ask, where did you when I was in college? We didn't have anything like this. We had Starbucks.
Yes.
It was a nice Starbucks. Don't get me wrong, but we didn't have anything like this. So we are so grateful that people like you that even Dahlonega and invested in this community.
Well, thank you. And the students do come as well as the rest of the community at any time. I love to stop and take a pause and really thank God because this is a true blessing and He has supported us on this journey. But when I look around, every demographic is represented. So I know it's a welcoming place that people want.
I can believe it. And when I found you guys, because I post, what I do is I will go to the neighborhood pages and I post, give me recommendations for your most interesting person and interesting businesses. And Bare Necessities was well represented by so many people, so many demographics, and obviously your lower.
My visit to Bare Necessities Coffee and Cafe brings an end to my nostalgia tour of Dahlonega. I want to thank all of the locals who gave me recommendations of where I should visit on this tour, and I look forward to coming back soon.